Levan Saginashvili, also known as the Georgian Hulk, a 180-kilogram powerhouse who has completely dominated the sport of arm wrestling. He has defeated nearly every elite competitor in the world, often without dropping a single round, setting an entirely new standard for arm wrestlers across the globe. Yet, as recent events have shown, even Levan is not truly invincible. In reality, the only opponent who has ever been able to stop him has been Levan himself. Through injuries, overload, and the limits of the human body, this raises a crucial question: is there anyone else in the world today who could realistically beat him? To understand the scale of his dominance, we need to go back to 2017, the last time Levan lost on a major stage. In his matches against Sabin Badulescu and Gennady Kvikvinia, he was stopped by precise counterattacks and superior technical execution. Those defeats made one thing clear: raw strength alone, even at the highest level, is not always enough to win. After those losses, Levan underwent a complete transformation. He increased his body weight to around 180 kilograms, significantly strengthened his wrist and fingers, and changed his overall approach at the table. This evolution turned him into an almost complete arm wrestler. Following this transformation, Levan became nearly unstoppable. His combination of size, strength, and refined technique means that only a handful of athletes in the world can even put him in a difficult position. Still, despite his overwhelming advantage, it is worth analyzing who might theoretically have the tools to challenge this giant. Let's take a closer look at several athletes who possess both the strength and technical ability to potentially threaten even the Georgian Hulk. Devon Larratt is a true legend of the sport, one of the most experienced and intelligent arm wrestlers of all time. For years, he has trained relentlessly to challenge opponents who are physically stronger than him. Beating Levan has, in many ways, become his life goal.
Levan, we're coming for you.
Was that serious enough?
Although their past matches have shown just how narrow the margin for error truly is, Devon's table IQ is exceptional. He can find angles and positions that break most opponents. However, against Levan, even perfect technical decisions are not enough. As Michael Todd pointed out, Devon used the best possible move in their match, yet it only allowed him to momentarily stop Levan.
I think his pronation is the key. Pronation through his bottom fingers with a really tight connection in the strap. I think that's the way to stop his hand and wrist. We saw Devon do it round one in their last match.
Larratt has spoken about gaining more body weight, which could improve his chances, but at this level, additional mass alone may still not be enough. Moving on, Vitali Laletin is one of the most impressive European super heavyweights. The Russian stands out due to his exceptional height and arm length, which translate into massive leverage and a dangerous top roll. A match with Levan was scheduled earlier this year, but never happened due to Levan's injury. Laletin has stated that he is currently in excellent shape and is working on increasing his body weight to reach his physical peak. His speed, explosiveness, and precision allow him to control opponents' wrists and dictate the pace of the match. Still, when facing Levan, the question remains whether he possesses the absolute strength required to offset Levan's superior mass and experience. Ermes Gasparini, known as the Italian Gladiator, is a multiple-time world champion in lighter weight classes who quickly rose to the top of the super heavyweight division. His trademark is an exceptionally strong grip combined with explosive wrist speed, which has allowed him to defeat heavier opponents in the past. Gasparini's aggressive and technical style often lets him impose his pace early in the match. However, the weight difference remains a major issue. At around 130 kilograms, sustaining a long battle against Levan's power has proven extremely difficult, as seen in their East versus West encounters. Still, Ermes remains one of the few athletes who, under perfect conditions, could force Levan into a defensive position. These athletes are most often mentioned as the primary candidates capable of challenging Levan. However, there are a few other interesting names worth discussing. Brian Shaw, a four-time World's Strongest Man champion, has recently transitioned his immense strength into arm wrestling. Physically, he is one of the very few people on the planet who can match Levan in body weight and overall size. That alone puts him in a unique position. However, elite-level arm wrestling is not purely about raw strength. The lack of years spent adapting to the table and refining technical positions means that even someone as powerful as Shaw would face enormous difficulties against the Georgian Hulk. Without a perfect strategy and long-term technical development, his chances remain limited. Although with a few more years training alongside Devon Larratt, he could potentially evolve into a true arm wrestling monster. Corey West is another name that has appeared in analyses by Michael Todd.
And you guys are going to laugh, but it's Corey West.
Though his inclusion is often controversial, West possesses a body weight comparable to, and even exceeding, Levan's, and he has announced plans to gain even more mass. At this level, however, body weight alone is not decisive. Without the ability to take wrist control and hold key positions, size quickly loses its value. For now, Corey West remains more of an interesting case study than a genuine threat to Levan Saginashvili. In theory, each of these athletes has a possible path to victory. In reality, only a single perfectly executed scenario could be enough to stop Levan Saginashvili. Whether anyone will ever be able to execute that scenario remains a question for the future, assuming Levan does not defeat himself first. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about this format and who you believe could one day defeat the champion.